we get to test out something new tonight. I think one of the biggest issues we've had doing commentaries is being able to sync up, watch exactly the same thing that's on the same screen. That's tough to do when you're doing something and that involves YouTube. Now, it can be done, but we've finally, let's just put it this way, we may have found a nice little web-based way of doing this, where we can watch the things together, hit pause, hit play, do all that fun stuff. So we're going to give that a shot tonight with what are we doing here, Mark, for Metal Hammer of Doom?
I wanted to do the entire I, Claudius series. It's several hours.
Oh,
It takes days to get through. But Jesse was like, I'll give you 10 minutes of my time. Well, okay. I, Claudius, out. He gave me a 10-minute window to work with, and I thought, well, I'm going to use all 10 minutes. And I thought to myself, all right, well, we can't do cartoon movies, and if we do video games, then the rest of the nerds get upset. So tonight we're going to be looking at the third single from Guns N' Roses' platinum-selling album, Use Your Illusion 1, if it's not fucking platinum now. Let me see. God damn it.
How many feet do you have? How many mouths do you have?
No, it was multi-platinum. Let's see. In the United States, yeah, it was like 7 times platinum.
Both of those albums are great, and probably the best Guns N' Roses albums in my opinion. I mean, people will say Appetite for Destruction, but I'm going to tell you, Use Your Illusion.
I will tell you, Appetite for Destruction is a perfect album, but I will also tell you that they peaked with the Use Your Illusions. You know, and as far as it's not getting any better than this.
Yeah,
and I think collectively it's better. I think both Use Your Illusions collectively are better than Appetite for Destruction, but Appetite for Destruction by itself is a perfect album.
So, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit play for us, okay?
All right, let's rock and roll.
This is The Cold November Rain.
Look at that. Started automatically over here on my side. The benefits, the joys of technology.
Yeah, we don't have to count down or anything. We can just hit play. That's fucking awesome.
Axl Rose and Purple Rain.
No, that's a different thing.
Sorry.
That's something else entirely. All right, and we're all at the show now.
So
that's Weird Al Yankovic conducting.
This is me and my wife's song, by the way. This is the one that, when this came out, we were dating for probably less than a year, because we started dating in 92, and this was the song, our song. It was going to be played at our wedding, but as we go through the video here, you find that it's actually not that appropriate for a wedding, because
first of all, it's way too long.
Well, yeah. Well, have you seen how long has it been since you've seen the video?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm right there with you. But can you remember what we're going to be seeing? There's a wedding that happens in this video, and it's very tragic. Well, here we go.
She dies at the wedding, doesn't she?
Yeah, that was the big story. I don't know if they show that or not, but obviously we'll get there. Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen.
Wedding and then a funeral, and somewhere in the middle, Slash throws a tantrum.
That's right, he does.
There's a musical solo tantrum.
That was some nice hair. It is. I mean, what do you think of Axl Rose nowadays, man?
Well, let me tell you first. Do you know why he wears that headband? It's to cover up the butthole on his head from where his unicorn horn was.
Oh, only gifted people can see that.
That's right. Yes, a little known fact: Axl Rose was in fact a unicorn.
Oh, I can almost believe it.
But a terrible magician, turned him into a human and never turned him back.
Schmendrick. That's Slash's actual name.
Schmendrick. Schmendrick Shamil. It's like, I hate this name. I'm Slash. Okay, Schmendrick. Slash is not addressed appropriately for a wedding.
He looks like he stepped off the ship. Look like a pirate get up or something.
So this was part of a trilogy, and I can't remember what the other 2 songs were that.
Probably don't cry, because that came out.
Because there's 2.
Yep, there's 2. And I don't know what the other one would be. Certainly not the one from Terminator.
No, wasn't You Could Be Mine. It really is. It's awesome. I've heard it's Coma. I don't know. I have to look.
Oh, really? If it's Coma, that's neat, because that song is all about him dying and coming back. So I could see that.
Mm-hmm. He died in Netville on Samo. So it's like, like, what are you doing here? Oh, I die a lot.
Oh. Phil Anselmo is the fucking, like, the guy that takes you across the river Styx. Like, all great. Gotta fucking deal with this guy now.
10,000 dislikes for making fun of Phil. Again, the appliances.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, go check out the Metal Hammer of Doom. Oh my, swap that spit.
Oh my goodness! Oh, and here goes Slash. Slash is like, all right, I've seen enough.
He's like, I'm out, bro. Yeah. I'm getting out of here. He's making a scene.
Yeah. First of all, he's dressed way inappropriately for a wedding. First, like, you can't be going into the wedding with your shirt all untucked and open, and what are you in a band or something?
His shirt ain't even buttoned.
What happened here? He walked out of the chapel, and suddenly he's in a different outfit.
I would make a Doctor Who joke about that church, but you wouldn't get it, and maybe 90% of the Metal Hammer of Doom audience would not get it either. So I will rest my case.
And here we have our windswept epic solo.
Wow, wow, wow.
He's gonna try to smoke that cigarette in a fucking sandstorm. It's not gonna work out for him.
It's gonna catch his damn hair on fire is what's gonna happen.
How many takes do you think before they finally gave up with his hair?
Yeah, they're like, dude,
just play. It's fine.
It's all right.
It's not really working out the way we want it to.
So my question is if that I assume that's an actual church, or it's a set. I imagine it may not have been too hard to set up, but regardless, that's a damn big ass building.
I'm sure they got some Amish people to throw that up there. That's fine.
All right, the Amish people in the desert.
That guitar is not plugged into anything.
Wait a second. Suspend your disbelief, sir.
All right, I think here's where happiness and tragedy meet.
No, we're getting there. I think we're getting there because I believe
so they walked out of a different chapel. Hang on a second. There's all kinds of time displacement issues here because he walked out of the white chapel in the desert, and they walked out of what looked like a real chapel and then got into the limo.
I would make a Doctor Who joke, but speaking of time travel,
I mean, unless that's a separate location, like that's the end of their reception. Am I analyzing this way too much?
You might be. You just might be. I mean, okay, as we're piecing the story together here, the stuff that's happening in the shades of blue, I've noticed that they'll do that a lot of times, especially with TV shows now that I've watched. Mm-hmm. They will shade something in a certain color to make you realize that it's taking place at a different time. So a lot of the stuff that's in the blue, I assume, is taking place in either the present or the future from this right here. He's clearly a happy man.
All right, so I just need to point something out. So they got married, they left the chapel, and they rode their limo to the reception, which is where they're at now. Where the hell is Slash? When did he walk out of a chapel? Is that limbo? Is that what that's supposed to be? Because that's not connected to the real story.
It could very well be. Uh-oh.
It's going to rain.
Oh, Slash. Slash is there.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like he left the wedding, and then the next they cut to him walking out of the White Chapel, which is not connected to the location where the wedding was at.
Oh. We might have a doppelganger situation.
What the fuck is that all about? Why
that dude did not need to do that. Okay, it's just rain.
It's not acid rain. Calm down.
He's like, oh no, my suit. I better dive into cake.
All that we needed was somebody yelling out, "That's hardcore."
Does somebody have a gun that we didn't see at some point?
He starts shooting the rain. I'm gonna shoot the rain cloud. All right, so we're at her now. She died, and they didn't show her dying. We don't know why she died.
I think
did she die when the dude jumped over the fucking?
Oh yeah, that guy's an asshole.
Just landed on her neck.
Killed his wife. If he's at the funeral, Axl Rose is punching his ass.
Oh, he's about to get the fuck beat out of him by Axl Rose.
It's so funny. We're about to do Five Finger Death Punch, and Champagne, I already talked about that. That song reminds me of Get in the Ring from, I think it's off the Blue album.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
He is like, Axl Rose is tearing into like all these fucking magazine writers. You a hit parader, and you and I was like, oh man, we get the Champagne. It reminds me.
What are you mad because your dad gets more pussy than you?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Yep. And I think in that first verse, fucking whatever his name is from Five Finger Death Punch just starts laying into like Blabbermouth, and I think we see it. Yeah, maybe not.
You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Well, that's a sad video. And see, again, that's kind of
tragic. I don't know if I would call it sad necessarily, but it's a tragedy.
You don't know if you call that sad?
A lot of the video is very upbeat.
Okay. Well, the ending is clearly,
It has a sad ending. As I said, it's a tragedy. All right.
Tune in Wednesday for the Metal Hammer of Doom on the Radulich and Broadcasting Network.